and you'll never know what I just said. Welcome in, chat. Hello, Nanreader. Hello, Cosmic. Hello, Will. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, They Can See Me. Hello, Buns. It's Pop Rocks night, chat. And I am grilling salmon. Boy, the first timers in here are going to probably be confused with the Margarita title and me making coffee. Welcome in. Really? I thought you were back to working. Maybe. Why are you still making noise? I'm done with you. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Cheers. Some cream cheese to warm up. Let's see, we got that and that. I guess we're gonna go brownies first? I think it's brownie time, chap. I'm trying out this brownie mix that I haven't tried before. Let's see instructions. Don't know how I feel about local supermarket having their own eggs. Come on. What is going on here with you? Maybe we're just not using that burner tonight. So, melting butter over there now. Going back to the supermarket, they seem to have unveiled their next level of marketing. They've always had like a bulk food section, and they've always sort of had like a whole bunch of prepackaged bulk foods. And I walked in there today, and everything in bulk foods was like labeled with their own custom paper labels. Like they were packing them all together in a factory. And they had eggs. Well, store brand eggs. sort of feel like the egg market is a losing game to get into, so I'm confused how they're going to make money doing this. Alright, so we got 2 eggs. Our butter is almost melted back here. I would love to put Pop Rocks in all of these and just directly, but I can't. By the way, if you're interested in Pop Rocks, at least around me, Party City's the place to go. We've got cotton candy, we've got original cherry, we've got watermelon, we've got strawberry, and I've got one of the blue raz. The problem with Pop Rocks is that, well, it's by their design. It's why they're in these like packs like this. And basically you can't let them be exposed to air for too long. You can't heat them, and you can't get them wet, because essentially it's just carbon dioxide that's been trapped in concentrated form in the candy. And so if you get the sugar to, well, the sugar itself will melt in room temperature over time. That will melt if you heat it, and if you get it wet, it melts. And so, yeah, well, they're a little like gremlins. You can't, yeah. So essentially, I am forced to only really use these as a last-minute garnish on stuff. And so that is the plan. Aside from the Margarita. And so I'm planning watermelon rim for Margarita. I'm thinking cherry with the brownies, and potentially, well, definitely watermelon. Maybe just sticking with watermelon for dinner. But no, I have watermelon. I have a watermelon. And going to grill watermelon. I've got salmon. I've got couscous. We're going to caramelize some onions with the couscous. And that is the plan, folks. I think Pop Rocks are great. I mean, they're candy, they're nothing but sugar, but they're great. I think they would do amazing and have a great pop in their sales if they decided to be creative with their flavors. So we'll add our melted butter to our eggs. And then our brownie mixture. Yeah, this isn't feeling very chunky, chocolatey. What the butter time? Hey, JK. I love what a wonderful comparison, what a wonderful first try I'm going to have on this. I bought this brownie batter. Let's add more chocolate to it. I'm sure I'll be fine. So we got that set for when the oven gets to 325. Next, why don't we... Well... Wow, that's already... Let's go ahead with our cream cheese since it's softened up.
chat.
Bit of salt. A little touch of half and half. Definitely gonna need more milk to that. Cream cheese is gonna warm up a little bit, but you gotta add some sugar to this too. I need to get this all loose enough that when I add the sugar, it's not going to stay clumped. So. Add a touch more. I think we're maybe at about 2.5 tablespoons at this point. Uh-oh. There's a lot of things you can do with dough, whether not enough time, too much time. Too much time at the wrong time. What exactly, I mean, are you looking for help on it, or? Do you know how you intend to improve your chances next time of preparing better? But generally, you want to have a first proof. Well, 12 steps of baking are out there. 12 steps of breaking bread. Oh yes, you definitely want your yeast nice and active. I wouldn't think that it's dying at 110 Fahrenheit. I would think it takes a bit more than that, but welcome, Shaunavision. I'm making some frosting. We got some brownies on the stove here. Let's lower our oven to 325. I want more frosting than that, so we're going to add some more dairy. Definitely adding more sugar. I got stopped by a train today. That doesn't happen every day. New people into the stream. Watermelon Margarita, then title. I start by making coffee and brownies. Getting messy now. You can edit in both. It's not a horrible idea for me to throw in here. and give that a moment to hydrate. We're letting the food hydrate, chat. Brownies are going in the oven. I threw away the bag without checking how long they wanted me to bake them. "30 minutes on the timer." And I'm going to throw a little vanilla in there, thanks to a suggestion from chat. And some dairy. That's still too thick. Hi, chat. Just about. Making sure I haven't got myself with the chocolate. I do try and get out of the house at least once a day. It's actually a much harder task on the non-streaming days. Oh, music, where did you go? I want to loosen that up just a little bit more, but I think I'm pretty much got enough frosting there for our... Flour isn't nearly the most hardest thing I've worked with in a kitchen, but it does like to get up in the air if you're not careful with how you handle it. Throw it in a machine or... aren't careful with how you pour it or... much worse than flour would be glitter of just about any form, and charcoal. Charcoal is, like, I've worked with charcoal several times on stream. It's been an ingredient challenge in the past. I've used it for making black cheesecakes on Halloween. Last Halloween. And yeah, that stuff you just, like, I've got two. I think that may be the only bag I have over on that shelf that has 2 clips on it. You think that's enough frosting, chat? And just as a disclaimer, because every time I bring it up on some form of social media, I get hammered by people like, you shouldn't eat lots of charcoal if you take medications. Yes, if you're taking some heavy medications, you should stay away from charcoal. It's because it's a very good absorbent. Very good absorbent. And it'll absorb your medicines. Do I think that's a legitimate concern for 99% of the people out there? No. I think that's on the edge of being enough. And if you ate all of the charcoal I had put in that cheesecake, that might be enough to be a concern. If you have a slice of it or a couple of bites, it's not even going to be enough to, like... Sorry, I got absolutely reamed out by the public for that cheesecake. Alright, what are we moving on to? We've got our frosting, we got our brownies. Am I going to... Yeah, let's mix that up and throw the salmon in that. Make sure the salmon's all ready to go. So, I bought a membership today, chat. Those in Discord know already, but... We've got some Kirkland products in the house tonight. I went bulk shopping. And so I got a half of salmon for about the same price as I would buy about half of this normally. Got an ad coming up here in a couple minutes. Let's get this thing skinned. Even put diapers with the salmon these days. Let's get the frosting out of the way with the meat. Not bad. I think I did an okay job on that skinning. Chat's like, show me the other side of the fish. Okay. And they stripped most of the bones out of there. They didn't get all of them, though. There's people out there that love fish skin. I think 99% of the time it's a waste of... Unless you're going somewhere, like, fancy where they're, like, taking care and, like, buying fish with good locations to have good skin in the first place. I don't think skin is... Fish skin is good time, myself. Like, there should be more here. I'm not feeling them, though. Buns with the raid. Welcome, raiders. I guess there's only 2 there. That's actually pretty good. What were you streaming, Buns? What were we playing lately? Just in time for ads. Welcome, Carpal Warrior, if you can still hear me. I'm gonna wait to cut this until the ads are over here. Welcome in for those joining in. Hi, I'm Chef Jet8. I cook here on Twitch 4 nights a week. We're currently working on using Pop Rocks as an ingredient. I have a weekly challenge here on Wednesdays where we hold a vote in Discord every week, and this week Pop Rocks won, and so I have to use it as an ingredient of some form for dinner and dessert. I'm adding cocktail this week. And yeah, I don't even know what we have. What do we have for next week? I know Ozzy put up the vote already. Buns put it up this week. Thank you, Buns. We got Jelly Beans versus Chives. Chives making a return again. Chives have not fared well in the final vote. It seems to be doing a little bit better this week, though. Alright, let's divvy this salmon up. The tail piece that everyone hates, but I think is often the best piece. And so we need to marinate this in something, so we're gonna put something together for that here next. This'll work. Need you. Need you. Need you. Lemon juice. Soy. Worcestershire. It's sort of weird how everything's layering there. The soy went underneath the lemon juice. And honey. It's just an interesting, like, the layers to that. I don't know how well that comes across on camera. How you can sort of the soy breaking through the lemon. Salt. Pepper. Red pepper. Garlic. and a little cayenne. Honey's still stuck to the spoon. And pour about half of that in here. And carefully layer the salmon in here. Don't like this machine that they use to debone this fish. I mean, you look at that, this, like the big fillets on this fish have got like this valley going down the center of them now that heck are those marks? It's like they got holes punched in them. I don't know if you can see that on the screen there, but it's like there's a set of holes punched in the bag or something silly. I thought initially it was like how they packed it in the box because it's one of the first ones out of the box. But it's obviously by design after looking at it and looking at further ones in the pack. So I'm going to use this absolutely clean pan in the sink. That's why it's in the sink, because it's absolutely clean. And we're going to fill it with water. Now I'm worried about it being cleaner water a little bit more. I didn't finish cleaning up the soup pot, chat. Basil was amazing, though. You should make basil. Strain your peppers before you put them in there. That was the biggest problem I had. I forgot. I said it right when I put it in the pan on the stream, but I should have strained the peppers. Flavor was amazing. Why did I use hot water? Why are you way over there? Hi, chat. Still not following me. Okay, so we're going to take the bag with cold water. Use the water to force as much of the air out of the bag as possible, and that way we get that marinade touching all of that salmon, even though it's just a little bit of marinade. That's how you get butter poached everything nowadays, chat. That's your equivalent of butter poached these days, in a sous vide bag rather than a Ziploc. You know, a little tab of butter and suck it against the sides. So next I'm going to clean up the cutting board and my knife. My main cutting board, because I got some nasty stuff on my main cutting board too. And then we'll get into onions. I got lots of onions now too, chat. I got lots of onions, I got lots of potatoes. I got lots of sugar. Didn't buy flour. They gave me, the only thing that I tried when I was there was they had a Oreo ice cream sandwich. And I was not impressed whatsoever. Decent ice cream sandwich. A little bit of Oreo flavor in the crust. Not worth any sort of markup. Just get the regular ice cream bars. I didn't even look what they cost, so I have no idea if they were more expensive or if Oreo's just trying to corner the market. You need some help. Poor cutting board. I need to go and get this thing planed. I oiled it the other day and still got the divot going. Come here, onion. You're squeezing out of this hole whether you want to or not. Birth of an onion. Ooh. Do we have brownies? Nope. Almost though. What you looking at, Wiggles? Pointing at the back room and roaming all over the place. I've completely cut this one off from the internet now. I don't trust that one at all. That thing's spying at me anytime it gets a chance. Only pans. Oh, hush. Let's take a look at our brownies, chat. Those are gonna settle a little bit, but I think they'll be fine. We have brownies, chat. Yeah, only pans streams where I just sit there and clean up after cooking. The only problem with that, and not to kink shame, but that's someone's kink. No, I've had other thoughts for Patreon, though. No, I didn't order any contact-free food. I was surprised. I didn't see any pizzas. That was always a big hit with me when I used to have a thing with them. So I used to always grab their pizzas. But all sorts of baked goods and breads and stuff there that I'm not going to spend a single dollar on. But I'm sure people love for parties and stuff. Looks like I have chocolate on my arm. Thank you for that call. You were correct. Thank you, Dances. So we got a nice warm pan going here. We're going to add some oil to that. And some onions. Salt. Depends on the apple crisp. Like, some apple crisps I wouldn't leave out overnight. Decent weather here today. I was all over the place. I didn't really... Well, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't paying attention to the fact that it was tolerable. How they have, like, ordering consoles. Like, I guess the pickup is still direct contact. Well, I mean, it's still, like, they're calling you to the window. But, like, there's no one taking orders anymore. It's all, like, there was 4, like, kiosks there for you to order things. They also had some, automatic registers, which they didn't when I was there before. No, but those are most certainly, in certain styles, are most certainly coming, and they might be so convenient in large cities that they may influence food for everyone. But you have these MIT students that paired up with Balud, and they created a restaurant. The restaurant didn't last very long, but the technology is out there, and they are. I think they're still working with it. I don't know, like, I've seen many copies and other versions of it, and it's a setup that is repeatable. And basically, it's more or less you're pouring in pre-cut ingredients of certain sizes. It does some like basic chopping things, like it can like blend things and stuff like that, but it's not going to sit there and do artisan cuts. It's not going to properly chop things, is what I mean. And then it cooks in bowls, it stirs, it can do basically anything from stoops, grains, rice dishes, all that sort of stuff. We were talking before about a counter item that's pretty common in Europe that's sort of like an all-in-one bowl that can stir, it can chop, it can heat. It's sort of like that, except it's also pouring it into a container and a conveyor belt down to the end with garnishes and they can do it now. It's just a matter of whether it's economical to have a machine that can do it. I mean, you have Chipotle installing avocado harvesting machines in their stores. I mean, they do it all the time now on assembly lines for soups and other things. It's just doing it on a small enough scale and repeatable enough. Can they make enough stores profitable enough to make a machine for all these stores? I like these brownies. Even though I added chocolate to them, they're looking delicious. Yes. If you want it ripen even faster, you can add an apple to that bag too. No? I use wooden spoons a lot more on stream than I would in most other cases because they don't clang on microphones. They don't make nearly as large of a noise here on stream. I would probably use metal spoons much more often if it wasn't for streaming. Turn the heat down a little bit on those onions. Maybe a medium-high heat there now. And adding a touch of water for a little extra steam generation. Yeah, it had to go. I'll get some rainbow whisks once again. Well, actually, chat, should I get a rainbow whisk or do we need the Babish mini whisk? Not that I'm a big Babish fan or anything. He tried streaming and couldn't hack it. He's one of those YouTube everything gotta be filled perfectly. Let's see how I did on my watermelon choice. I'm not 100% in love with this, but most of the defects I found after I got home. Yeah, that's a little lighter than I want it to be. Tomato watermelon smoothies. People put watermelon in their salsa. I sort of feel like watermelon and cucumber are sort of in that same department. They put them in salsas, they put them in water. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but we're caramelizing these diced onions. So they're going to be cooking for a little bit here. Tried pickling watermelon rind before. Wasn't a huge fan. Giving myself a bit of a watermelon shower here, apparently. This is a have control of your knife type situation here. I do not suggest cutting towards your hand. Okay, so we got our watermelon for grilling and our watermelon for everything else. We're gonna mute up for this. Button working tonight? Nope. Okay, we got that blended. Testing these onions, by the way, chat. Got the Costco onions. And we gotta see if they caramelize nicely. We gotta see. Potatoes, I know. I've worked with the brand of potatoes that I bought. We got new brown sugar to try out. And we might get to tequila tonight, but I happen to have this old bottle here. And throw that in your juice if you want. I'm throwing it in my trash. That was all the fiber your doctor wanted you to have from the watermelon, and I just threw it out. This I am going to... Well, maybe we'll just make it over ice. Yeah, we're just going to make this over ice. Yeah, add some sugar to our watermelon juice. lemon juice. Yeah, a little dry ice would be awesome. Make an awesome Halloween drink. Don't think we need anything else in there. I think we're good there. Give the onions a quick stir up here. Can't let them sit for too long. And so, I already have some Rispado. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Reposado tequila. That's also what I bought to replace it, which is a slightly aged tequila. It's not a Blanco. It's not a brand new, fresh, lightning tequila. It's got a couple of years. It's not the real aged one, though. Like there's another one that's aged more. Lemon tree. So let's get some ice in this. Oh, my cutesy little Meyer lemon tree. It is loving that we had some rain not too long ago. I had given it some water earlier. Where the heck did I put that? It's all the way back here. Okay. I have a cutesy little Meyer lemon tree. And the water most recently very much helped it. It was looking quite sad. I gave it about a pitcher of water a couple of weeks before the rain, and it already perked up quite a bit just from that. Don't know what that is in my tequila salt. We'll get rid of it. But hey, look what I got, chat. Yeah, I think we'll go with you for this. They put worms in agaves. Or in mezcals, not in tequilas. Actually, I'm not going to use lemon juice for it. I'm going to use the watermelon. Okay, we're doing watermelon Pop Rocks with these. That's the strawberry. Watermelon's in front. cleaning out the lid because I might actually use the lid. I don't know if anyone noticed this lid's actually designed to be a juicer for the Margarita salt. Like, this is a very well designed product for salt. Then again, they're selling salt, so. If you're wondering what a mezcal is, mezcals, all tequilas are mezcals, not all mezcals are tequilas. Or is it the other way around? I don't remember. But mezcal, they use they're a little more old school and hardcore version, I guess. And they're the ones that you might find an agave worm in. So we got our watermelon pop rocks with our salt there. And I'm going to try and mix this up as best as possible so we get a little both on there. Pop rocks might actually start jumping off because of the popping and the liquid. We'll see. We'll do this quick before the ad starts. I can hear it. Some of it's getting activated. I guess we'll measure. I guess we'll be proper. Should I be proper, chat? And we're going into, well, we got another minute. See if we can't quick get this poured before we go into the ad. Cheers, chat. Let's see what a Pop Rocks Margarita is like. Cheers, chat. Me likey. This works. At least with the drink. I'm a little more worried that Pop Rocks won't work well with the food. Brownies are still pretty warm, so I'm going to set those over the counter over here. I was pondering the idea of frosting those, but I think they need a little more time before I put some frosting on them. Actually, I'm going to tempted to throw the brownies in the refrigerator for a quick second to cool it down. But I won't. I'm going to enjoy my tequila during the ad break. How we doing, subscribers? You having a lovely Wednesday? Yeah, watermelon Pop Rocks and watermelon Margarita. It works. I wish I got some more Pop Rocks on the rim than I did. I'm debating whether I should have bothered with the salt or not. Like, salt and margarita typically go well together. And it's not doing bad here. I'm just wondering if the sugar salt maybe could have been all sugar. Salty Pop Rocks all by itself is an interesting combo. So we got our onions looking nice there. We got our salmon still hanging out here in honey, soy, and some other seasonings. We're going to move the salt out of the firing range so we don't ruin the last of our margarita salt. Yeah, I guess we're getting ready with everything else here. We've got our couscous about set. We'll throw this in the back. Grab our grill pan. And I guess we're chilling. Because brownies need a minute to chill. Salmon's still ready to go. I guess we can get some water heating up for with our pasta, or with our couscous. It's couscous, not small pieces of pasta, chat. Even though they're both made out of durum wheat and act very much like pasta. It's couscous. What's our ratio here? We'll get that water heating back there. Do a little lemon juice in the couscous too. You could do chicken stock if you want. I didn't want to do chicken stock when I'm doing salmon. I am going to be doing caramelized onions in there. These onions are going to be with the couscous. So there's already a lot of flavor there. Mostly adding the lemon juice there for a little added acid to brighten the overall part together. But if you note, chat, I didn't make simple syrup for this tonight. That was just some sugar in with the watermelon. I keep going back to it, so it must not be horrible. Next question I have, chat. Do I frost the brownies as a whole and then cut them? Or do I cut them and then frost them? Because I'm sitting here thinking, if I was doing it piece by piece, I could put like almost like a little quenelle. I'm not going to make quenelles, but a little quenelle of frosting, and plate the dish as not exactly fine dining, but a little bit more than just brownies plastered with frosting. But brownies plastered with frosting is pretty good too. Loving the little popping along with, like, it catches me off guard it's caught me off guard a couple of times when I was sipping that now, where I turned around to the stove and all of a sudden it starts popping in my mouth. Don't clip that. can't climb. Wondering how long it's going to take me to get my Bob Ross painting from TwitchCon. I don't expect it quick, but just curious. You know, I grabbed that butter and I put it in the onions. It wasn't supposed to go in the onions. It's going to end up in the same place, though, because it's in the onions, though. So that works. I was intending to put that in there to cook with the pasta. Oh, well. Oh, and chat can't see any of it. We got our onions going. We got water going back here. We got 2 cups of water with a splash of lemon juice. And then I added the butter in with the onions, but onions are going in with the pasta eventually, so... Or actually, the pasta's probably going in with the onions eventually. Chess like, it's couscous! You hearing that, chat? I think my filters are still knocking it out. But the glass itself is now popping. Hi, Froggy. Speaking of unmotivated cooking and going back to the topic of having gone to Costco today, I bought chicken tendies. So I've got frozen chicken tenders to use whenever I'm off stream and don't have leftovers, which is next to never, but sometimes you just want something different. That beverage is quite yummy. That's a watermelon lemon margarita with salt and watermelon pop rocks on the rim. We're working with pop rocks with everything, so we got brownies made up earlier. Which we'll be coating with homemade cream cheese cocoa frosting. And then we'll be coating that with cherry pop rocks. And then our main course here, we got water heating up to make our couscous. We're going to put our caramelized onions with the couscous. I'm going to grill up those slices of watermelon. And I've got some salmon marinating in front of me. We're going to grill up all of that over here. In fact, I should start warming up that pan. So our couscous is in the water. I'm certain this is amazing just by itself, with watermelon juice, lemon juice, and some sugar. Put that over ice and you're good. Still warm. Still there. Just showed them on stream 30 seconds ago if you missed it. Throw a lid on the pasta. TwitchCon. That was the answer to dances. Hello, Fluffy Bakery. You want the cotton candy ones? Or the blue raspberry? Maybe the cherry? Strawberry? Watermelon? That's all I got. No, I won't be making Pop Rocks. I've seen Pop Rocks made in a restaurant. I haven't done it myself. And it's not that complicated. You're just making sure you're blowing concentrated CO2 into hardening sugar. But typically ingredient challenge days here on stream, we have a weekly vote in my Discord. Chat votes on an ingredient. I use that for dinner and dessert. And so Pop Rocks is the ingredient, and I typically buy whatever that ingredient is, so I have like the bought-in version that other people can buy. And then I mix it into dinner and dessert somehow, so sweet and savory applications. So we're putting Pop Rocks on salmon tonight, and on grilled watermelon. Oven pan our grill pan's getting nice and hot here, so let's turn these down quite a bit. We up to a boil here yet? Guess not. Getting close on frosting the strawberries, or frosting the brownies. Words. I'm okay with these onions' ability to caramelize. I am not in love with it. So they're not my favorite onions, but they're usable. Turning the heat off on our pasta now. Cornbread's some good. I noticed they have Uncle Dave's cornbread at Costco. Is it Uncle Dave's? The like barbecue chain. I've only been a handful of times. I'm talking about Costco Fluffy because I just renewed my membership after several years. I want to say like 5 years, maybe even longer since I had a membership there. And so, you know, I'm talking about all the stuff I picked up today. Like I bought up a bottle of tequila and a bunch of bulk products. Yeah, I don't have any sub Sam's Clubs. I don't think there's any in Sonoma. I think the closest ones are like East Bay, San Francisco. I probably would have went with Sam's Club over Costco because they have a better online ordering system from my understanding. Why renew it and why go back? I'm still not in love with the store as far as I always, you know, compare it to walking around like a piece of cattle in there. But there are benefits cost in buying bulk. It's buy rice, you buy enough things in bulk on a normal basis, it's worth it. I didn't spring for the big expensive membership. I mean, I sort of did the math breakout on that. I don't expect to be spending more than $3,500 a year at Costco. Roughly. Somewhere between $3,000 and $3,500 is the break point, whether it's worth your while to pay for the larger membership that gets you 2% back. I was not happy that I didn't see anything there that I like to drink. That was high up on my list of things I was hoping I could find there. Is something that I could buy in bulk that isn't horrible for me, that I enjoy drinking. I didn't, like, it was all like sports drinks, Prime, and like straight to soda. There was like, or there was tons of seltzers, but I can't stand flavored seltzers. I don't like seltzer to begin with. I don't like that, like, bitter flavor to them. They're doing a pretty good job of hiding it these days, but I didn't quite go through all of it, they can see me. But I did have a nice large bowl of it last night. Yeah, the pork and hominy, or the pozole soup, was quite delicious. Let's see how we're doing here. Pozole, you can find pozole pretty commonly in soup places. It's a pretty common one. It's usually chicken pozole, not pork pozole. But it's essentially a hearty meat soup with hominy in it. Typically not too many veggies other than some onion, maybe some carrot. It's a very... But it's also got a bunch of peppers in the broth. I used dried peppers, rehydrated them, blended them. Should have strained them, but didn't. And very delicious broth. Great way to use up that leftover roast pork, because as I was saying, it's roast pork and not pulled apart pork. That next day in that soup, that was like fall apart pork. It was delicious. There used to be, actually, it went out of business, unfortunately. There was a soup and salad restaurant chain here in Sonoma County, and they used to always have, they had several locations too, but they used to always have pozole as one of their soups. It's probably more dependent, like, we have such a large Hispanic population here in California. It's probably a little more prevalent out here than it is maybe on the East Coast, but selling whole cases of Mexican Coke at Costco. I don't know how many it is offhand. Probably 24. This would be a batch of brownies with some extra milk chocolate mixed in. Well, it's darker than milk chocolate, but not dark chocolate. Let's put it that way. Oh, dad joke. Yeah, those do. I thought it was great. Thanks for hosting, Buns. I hadn't seen the movie before. Yeah, that was a pretty good match, wasn't it, They Can See Me? Feeling like I got chocolate in my beard. I got chocolate in my beard, chat. Now, do I try putting the Pop Rocks all over the whole top of this? Because I have a feeling like... Well, first, I don't really want to leave it on all of it because they're not going to age well. Like I said, you don't want to leave them open to air. I think I want to do it just individual to the slice. Turn the heat off on these lovely looking onions over here on the stove. Froggy. We got our nut pasta, couscous. We'll add that in here with our onions. I'm going to salt, pepper, and MSG these. Alright, so that's going to chill out. Now it's grilling time. Looks like mini sweet corn. Yeah, that's not too far off, but they're little pearls of pasta. Better known and sold as pearl couscous, maybe Israeli couscous is the first name I used to hear it by. It is not true couscous in my mind. True couscous is like a light, fluffy, I don't know what to really compare the texture to. But it's delicious regardless. Let's throw some salmon on this hot grill here. You wonder if gooses eat couscous? Thank you, Fluffy Bakery. Chad always loves my oldest shirts. The ones that are like falling apart. Pretty sure the collar's going white on the top edge of this one. Forgot about my margarita. Not enough. The top side isn't nearly as hot as the bottom side. And we're going to take the rest of our marinade that I kept separate here, and we're going to start coating. And for those just joining in, we got a combination of soy, Worcestershire, honey, lemon juice, cayenne, black pepper, salt, garlic, and red pepper flake. How's the music tonight, chat? I turned it down a little bit from what it had been. I haven't heard any complaints, so I'm assuming chat's okay with it. Cross-hatching is nice, but this salmon is done. Salmon is not my best grill work. think I'm going to switch to tongs for these. I think I'm only going to grill the watermelon on one side and try and get cross hatches on that. And then we'll plate up dinner. I'm going to throw this in the fridge. I also bought mozzarella at Costco tonight. I've been trying all sorts of mozzarellas lately and different homemade pizzas and stuff. They got another brand that I haven't seen. I don't know if is it their own brand? Is it Kirkland? Yeah, it's Kirkland. So pans off. None of those got good color, so we're not going with any of those. I got rid of my fish spatula. Silly me. Fine. If you've not tried grilling watermelon, I do recommend it. I actually really like grilled watermelon. I don't do it much. I've only done it a couple of times. I prefer it to normal watermelon. Fight me, chat. So this is supposed to get a whole bunch of Pop Rocks. And I opened the wrong one for it. We're using the cherry ones on the brownies. We're opening the watermelon ones for on the watermelon and on the salmon. So we got watermelon Pop Rocks. Oh, that's too much. I'm regretting my decision, Chop. Too many. That wasn't even half the pack. Ugh. They're fun. They're fun. Let's see how good I am tonight, chat. Am I gonna pull this off? Do you think I'm gonna pull this off, chat? Chat doesn't even know what I'm trying to pull off. Can't get underneath it with that. Okay, that's not happening. I was gonna try and depan the brownies. That ain't happening. So instead, you hearing the popping and the going on over here? Horrible frosting. Never make this frosting, chat. Why aren't you following me, camera? I can't look at chat funny if you're not following me, camera. I don't think these brownies are going to hold up together. I'm going to try and get one out here. Oh, showing some promise here. Potential promise. If we can get down there. Only that much missed. Ooh, Raider. Welcome, Raiders. Would you like some Pop Rocks, Raiders? I'm cooking with Pop Rocks tonight. We got grilled watermelon and salmon with watermelon Pop Rocks and caramelized onion couscous. And we got chocolate brownies with cherry Pop Rocks. Let's grab some photos here before I break into everything. Should have started with the photos before I got even this far with the dessert, because dinner is popping. Yeah, and I made a margarita. There's a margarita here somewhere. Cheers, chat. So I got a photo of that. Let's try this. Let's see what we got here. Is this worth eating? What do you think, chat? Did I do okay with this? Was not expecting the popping. Not sure I like that or not. Salmon's delicious, don't get me wrong. I'm talking about the Pop Rocks on the salmon. Salmon needs a touch more salt. Couscous, I'm certain, is amazing. Yeah. Love me some caramelized onions. And we got our grilled watermelon, which, like I said earlier, I do recommend. If you haven't tried this, give it a shot. And try it while it's warm. Like, it's good. Especially if you give it, like, I've tried it before, like, as a savory, like a meat replacement, and doing, like, adding, like, Worcestershire and savory things to it. It's not horrible that way. I don't think you really need to. And I'm not really, like, thinking of it as a meat replacement, but it's awesome here. Damn it. Now we got ads going. Just when I'm wrapping up. We didn't need another round of ads. Darn you, Twitch, and your automatic ads. Let's see here. My earbud has got to be, like, next to silent at this point. I can't hear hardly anything anymore. Let's readjust the volume on that. Oh, yeah. So much better. And then let's give a shot to this brownie, too. with the cherry Pop Rocks. Let's get a whole bunch of Pop Rocks on there. Cherry goes nice with it, but I don't think it gets... I think it gets drowned out a little bit by the brownie. Cherry definitely goes well with the brownie. But yeah, sort of a challenge working with these, since you can't, like I was saying earlier, you can't get them wet. You can't leave them out. Like, even just pouring them here, they got stuck to the side of the... Pop Rocks are amazing, but... yeah, I think they're best probably by themselves. Like, they were great with the... This is a great trick. I would recommend this if you're running a bar. Give this a shot. People will love it. I don't know what the price point, I don't know what you can get Pop Rocks or make Pop Rocks at, but I think that is a great combo. I think there can be fun things done with the desserts with it. I've talked before about an amuse-bouche. I've done in a restaurant that used them. There's certainly great uses for them in food. But the flavored ones straight from them, I think, are probably going to be best just by themselves. What do you think, chat? Let me know in the Discord if you don't want to let me know in the chat. We got chives versus... What do we got in the Discord? We got chives versus jelly beans for next week. To knowing chat, I'm going to be doing jelly beans next week, but it could be chives. We got hanger steak on Friday, along with it's going to be doing more desserts on Friday. We're going to be doing some Halloween cupcakes. I think it's National Chocolate Cupcake Day. Something along that line. I followed one of the national holidays doing the cupcakes. But we're going to make cupcakes and do all sorts of Halloween sprinkles on them. Make a hanger steak, which I've got 2 of those in the freezer I got to use up. Not sure what all I want to do for sides, but we'll come up with something interesting for that. Hope to see you back for that. Let's see who's out there in Twitch land. Alright, I'm not going to raid out tonight. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Thank you for the raids. Appreciate you hanging out with me. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Best of your luck of surviving the downswing of the week. Hope to see all your wonderful faces on Friday. Good night.